that you're an engineer who ventured into DJing.
Took the different path.
There have been phases when you felt insecure.
Yeah, definitely. I'm only going to do the cool music. I'm not going to do Bollywood. Money that you can make in weddings. We had 10 DJs and 20 clubs. Today, every third person I meet is a DJ. And commanding the crowd is when I felt secure and confident. I don't want to give up till I can get to like a Tomorrowland stage.
Welcome to the WeddingSutra podcast, and with me is Anuraag Chadda, popularly known as DJ Madoc. Anuraag.
Hi, Parthip.
Is it the first podcast?
Yes.
How nice, how interesting. Anuraag, when I met you for the first time, I got to know that you're an engineer who ventured into DJing. If Anuraag was not a DJ, what would he have been?
Probably doing something in a marketing job. Yeah. So earlier, I come from a doctor family, you know that. So earlier, I think post my 10th grade, I decided not to take a bio. Went into engineering, wanted to do my MBA and go into the marketing field. I always felt that I was very creative in terms of coming up with funny ideas and stuff. So marketing was something I was very inclined towards.
So you would have probably been running an advertising agency?
Probably.
Working on some cool campaigns?
Probably, for sure. That was the only thing that I was ever actually interested in. So yeah, that would have probably been. And what did you
do to really learn about marketing? Would you read some marketing supplements, or I'm talking of course, pre-Google times,
so,
right?
You know, as a kid, before I discovered how to download music and burn CDs, I had this thing where you used to download ads that were not available in India. Mainly ads between Coca-Cola and Pepsi, where they were allowed to compete with each other by name, which you couldn't do in India. And I thought that was very interesting. And I just started looking at a lot of commercial ads. And just started understanding how these campaigns work and how ideas work and stuff. But before I could actually take more interest in that, I realized how to download music and then took the different paths.
And as they say, since then there's been no looking
back. Yeah, absolutely.
And when you started off, did you think you will be doing weddings?
No, not at all. So I started off I think when I was 14, when I got my first, just to have these MP3 players, 128 MB with 10 songs that could come in. Every party I went to, I just said, okay, let me connect my thing. I wanted to be in charge. Then during my engineering, I started the DJing thing as a hobby, but I did it to be cool, right? So I was an engineer who was DJing. So I said, I'm only going to do the cool music. I'm not going to do Bollywood. And then in 2013, I got my first wedding request. And then when I realized the kind of money that you can make in weddings is when I said, okay, fine, there's no point saying no to this. Let's just do it correctly. And yes, after that, weddings became the main thing.
It's creative, yes. That's what is common between advertising and DJing.
Yeah.
What else describes? So we'd like to know a little more about DJ Madoc. Tell us, what is it that really excites you, motivates you, or represents who you are?
So I've been doing this for almost 20 years now. And I never thought that I would reach. I've been very, very fortunate. God's been very, very kind. So the one thing that keeps me going is that I feel I've not scratched the surface, because I'm inspired by guys who are doing much bigger things on an international level, where I still want to see myself there. Like, I don't want to give up till I can get to like a Tomorrowland stage or something like that. I would still want to be there. So that is one thing that keeps me going, that, okay, I am a little bit older than
There are a lot of people who inspire you.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, and I might be a little bit older compared to the people in the field right now after 20 years, which is ironically the average age of the DJ today is starting out. So the thing that keeps me going is the fact that I feel like I have a lot to achieve. Yeah, that's the thing. Till I'm not there. And the good thing is I'm never satisfied, so I'll keep going.
But I can see you're a person who likes to take things as it comes. And this is why that explains your journey also, right? You never said, this is my goal for the next year, am I right?
Yeah,
that I want to do so many gigs, or I want to. You've taken it as it comes and you've enjoyed yourself.
Absolutely. Like I said, so when my son was born, my dad told me explicitly, said, enough, no more traveling. You want to do shows, you do shows in Bombay. But you have to reduce your travel and spend some time at home. I said, yeah, that makes sense. I'm going to hike up my rates so the work goes down. But it went the other way, because also what also happens is you do get a little bit busier with the popularity increasing.
Sure.
And it did not really make much of a difference. And yeah, one thing is like I'll never say no to work. I will figure something out, but I'll never say no to work. Like I was traveling 3 days after my son was born, because obviously I had the weddings and all the bookings. But
yeah. For all our friends in the wedding fraternity, there's something interesting here. Sometimes when you hike your rates, you could see some drop in bookings, but quite often it even works in your favor.
It works.
When you don't try too hard, it just comes, right?
I think it's an Indian, I don't know if it's an Indian thing or no, but it's like a validation that people think, oh, he's expensive, he must be good. So that is something that also works. There's a sweet spot, right? You know, that you charge X amount, people think, no, he might not be good. Y, oh, he's a little expensive. Z, oh, he must be good, let's book him. So that somehow I think works.
Have you always been a very secure kind of kid from childhood?
I don't think so. No.
There have been phases when you felt insecure?
Yeah, definitely. I think so 2006 I started DJing. I think it was 2016, after 10 years, when I started using the microphone, because I hated my voice. I can positively say up until 2016 I wasn't a very confident person. It is when I started using the microphone and commanding the crowd is when I felt secure and confident in general that this is my space. Even though I knew this is what I wanted to do, I don't think I was 100% secure about everything around me. That is when I realized, okay, now I know what I'm doing and I'm good at it.
So when you commanded the crowd, you felt more in control of yourself.
100%, yeah.
What is your tip or advice to somebody? There are so many young men and women, or even children, or even those in their 30s or 40s who feel insecure. And what would be a tip you would like to share with them?
So, another thing that helped me be a little bit more confident is getting fitter. Like I started working out when I was 30, I'm 38 now, so 8 years back. And I just felt a little bit more confident about myself, knowing that, okay, it's just when you look a little bit fitter, you feel a little bit better. That is something that definitely helped. But knowing who you are, being happy with what you're doing makes a huge difference, because once you're happy, you do it well. Once you're doing it well, you'll be secure in what you're doing.
Great advice from DJ Madoc. Fitter, more confident,
and
happier, and you'll be yourself. Some very good life skills, because we all are in this journey where we go through our ups and downs. There are phases when we feel insecure, times when we are overconfident also. Was there a time when you were overconfident?
No, no, I don't think so. I've always been on the nervous side, so I don't think I've ever been overconfident.
Maybe nobody ever think that this really cool DJ Madoc who's coming there and making us swing is actually nervous. But nobody else can figure that out.
Yeah,
right? And it works in your favor because you give it your best shot, right?
Yeah, no, I don't think I've ever been overconfident about something that I can remember right now.
I think some of the most successful businessmen and creative entrepreneurs have never been overconfident. Confident, yes.
Yeah, it has to. You have to.
But not overconfident, because when you're not overconfident, you have the desire to learn.
100. Yeah. Thirst is always there. Yeah. Very important.
Tell us about one party you went to as a 14-year-old or 18-year-old. A very cool party with some very glamorous people. Tell us about any such incident from your pre-teenage times.
So, grown up, lived in New Bombay for 30 years, since 1990. Anything outside of New Bombay back in the day was very glamorous. I think the first time I went to a club with an older friend was Polyester's on a Wednesday night.
In Colaba?
In Colaba. And completely scandalized, mesmerized by what is this life.
This was in the 90s.
So I know, I went in 2003, I think,
Yes,
2002.
that was the time when polyester was
Polyesters
very
was-
trending. I remember I went in
Yeah.
2005, so I remember.
So they're the Wednesday
Yes.
hip hop nights. So again, maybe there were famous people around that I did not know of. But again, the first time that I actually went to a party, like I remember it was my birthday, there used to be a club called Provoke Lounge.
Yes,
And
in
Lower
Parel?
Parel, next to
Yes.
Fire and Ice. By then, I think Fire and Ice had shut down. And Praveen Nair, also from New Bombay, was the resident DJ at the time. And this is the first time that I've actually observed a DJ. And only thing I thought was, wow, how is the music going together so seamlessly? So I assumed he has remixes of all the tracks which sound the same, because of which when they play one after the other, and it sounds like one continuous mix. So that was the first time when I said, okay, I want to understand what is happening. And a few years later, I went to the same school where Praveen went and learnt. But that was one party that, again, not very glamorous, but it helped me understand what I wanted to do.
So polyester was a very glamorous night out, and Provoke was where you understood the tech side of things, right?
Tried to, yeah. But yeah, eventually, once I went for the classes and I actually learned what was happening, I was like, ooh, this is not what I thought it is going to be. But yeah, I enjoyed the process. But yeah, again, growing up did not go out much till I started my engineering. And then once I moved to Bandra, like once we started studying in Bandra, that's when I actually saw the glamorous side of the nightlife. But again, never been a factor that influenced the reason I wanted to do this.
Because sometimes when you only look at the glamorous side of things, you don't enjoy the work. It's like someone says, I want to work in a 5-star hotel because it's a very glamorous life. Because when you're working there, it's a different life. Same with the DJ, right?
Yeah. Like I meet young boys, I meet sons of friends who say, I want to become a DJ. My first question
Do they
is,
call you
why?
uncle now?
Some of them do, like Jayas and Parth calls me uncle.
Yes.
It's very weird. Madoc uncle, it's very weird. But so I met this boy and he straight out told me, he said, I see your life on Instagram and I really like it. I said, are you crazy? You don't see the sleepless nights. You don't see me not spending time. Or you don't see us getting sick because we've played till 5 in the morning, taken a flight at 7. It's not fun. It's not glamorous. You all are seeing the good side because nobody's going to show themselves sick on an IV on Instagram, right? We're only going to show the good stuff.
True.
So people are getting into it for the wrong reasons and burning out immediately because of that. Also, we started off, we had 10 DJs and 20 clubs, right? So the DJs were the hotcakes. Today, every third person I meet is a DJ. It's not the same anymore.
So you feel youngsters, if you can use that term,
Yeah.
what should they learn from Instagram? So if someone wants to become a DJ or wants to be in the entertainment space, what should they learn from Instagram?
So today is a very, very different time from when we started. Today, I think the most important thing, fortunately, unfortunately, has become Instagram. Being active on social media, showing you're good on social media is the most important thing. Now, there are two kinds of people on Instagram, right? Today, somebody who's making music and showcasing it live on Instagram for people to see them, that's one. And then the other ones who are faking it but have a better PR agency who reach a bigger audience. Now, both the people are there on Instagram. Unfortunately, the faking PR will always do better than the person who's trying to be active and just do his own content. But both those things are very important. A combination of two, I think.
You manage your own page.
I manage my own page.
And you edit the reels also yourself?
So now, earlier we had a videographer like who would put the videos together and stuff, but Instagram does not push that kind of content. So today, if you see my content, it's just straight up phone videos of the gig, like 30 seconds to a minute of just straight up video, no editing, nothing. At the most, I would use a filter from Instagram to improve the quality. Otherwise, we just use straight up video shot from the phone straight to Instagram. And yeah, it's
Anuraag, you mentioned that being fitter made you feel much more confident, not just happier.
Yeah.
Do you think DJs need to be good looking too?
Yes. Very, very important. So you are the center of the room. I'd like to believe we are. And if people are looking at you, being presentable makes a difference to the audience's perception of you. and the audience liking you makes them like your music automatically. I genuinely believe that.
If not good looking, you have to really
Presentable.
look cool.
As
Cool. I think we're even cool.
Cool, 100%. There's a guy called Gordo. If you look him up, he used to be known as Carnage, African American guy, big guy. But he made his perception as, I'm going to be the scariest DJ. So that is whatever you do, as long as you do it right, you're cool and you're presentable, it works.
Or there's something distinctive in your look.
Exactly. Yeah.
It could be
unique,
very different,
yeah.
or you could be following the herd.
Yeah.
But there has to be something.
Yeah, today you look at Steve Martin, Coldplay, who's probably the prettiest guy in the world, and then you look at Ozzy Osbourne, who did his own thing. But what works is what works for you, right? And like I said, all reflects back to, it goes back to you being confident, which is what people see. Sure. And they will get your energy. Once you're confident and you know what you're doing is good, they will automatically believe it and feel it themselves. It happens. It just works.
What is your style mantra, Anurag? How do you like to dress for a gig?
As simple as possible. Like I used to do suits and stuff. Now I'm literally pant, t-shirt, and if
watch.
needed, watches. I'll always be wearing a watch. I'll wear a blazer at the most or a jacket. But when I'm playing, it'll literally just be a black or a white t-shirt. That's it.
So comfort is the key. And which is your go-to brand?
Zara. I'm very happy with Zara. Zara, like they make good clothes. I have to. So I usually buy like 3-4 black t-shirts, 3-4 white shirts, 3-4 white t-shirts together, because it makes the travel and the packing a lot easier. We're doing back-to-back shows. I don't want to think which shirt will go with
which
what.
bandi will go with
nothing.
which.
I don't want to think about that. Shoe. I've been wearing Jordans for my gigs for like the last 5 years. Just for my back pain and my knee pain and stuff. So I've just simplified everything for my own comfort. And I don't think, I also believe that the DJ does not need to fit in with the crowd. So I don't want to be very over the top. But I think being simple and on stage.
Everyone's wearing ethnic doesn't mean you have to wear ethnic.
Exactly. I'll wear a t-shirt with a bandi if I need to, just to make a.
But you don't want to worry whether you have so much packing to do, and I know you can't worry whether your brown belt matches with your.
Exactly. And the worst thing now is, by the time the band finishes and I go on stage, say I'm wearing a band gala, people have gone back to their rooms and changed and come in their night clothes, and I'm the idiot standing there with a band gala. So I decided, you know what, I'm going to be comfortable. I am not a part of the audience. I'm supposed to be the star, and let me close the night comfortably, happily. And it works. It just made my life a lot easier.
Something which many young DJs or even others would not know about. What are the medical issues? And you're from a family of doctors. What are the medical issues a DJ can face after a couple of years or after many years?
This is a long list. Tinnitus for sure, which is you start hearing a ringing sound in your ear due to loud decibels. You wear earplugs to avoid them. I did it till 2016. Now I wear them on and off because they're not the most comfortable. Plus, you don't really enjoy the music because you're wearing. So it's called ER15 because you get a 15 decibel cut. So the most common issue with is the tinnitus that happens. You get headaches because of that. You don't sleep at night. There is no substitute for sleep. You can take melatonin, you can take magnesium in the day, you can do whatever you want. There's no substitute for night sleep, which causes your immunity to go down. That coupled with smoking and drinking will cause more issues. I'm not saying don't do it, control it, but everything needs to be in moderation. You're standing for long hours, so you are not doing the best thing for your knees, which is causing your pain to go to your back. So yeah, again, staying a little fit, healthy, doing any kind of workouts when you're traveling, it helps a lot.
Do you hit the gym even when you travel?
I probably do push-ups in the room or something. If there's a really nice gym in the hotel, I will go. But I'm usually I think it's very important to keep a track of your diet when you're doing this as well. Because everything together is... The issues come up when you're doing a lot of something which you're not supposed to. Everything little bit is fine here and there. Don't do drugs. Don't do drugs. It's my first thing to any DJ getting into the thing is...
There's a lot of temptation.
The first thing you need to understand is you're a part of the nightlife as you're not partying. A DJ DJs work as much as fun as it is to say, my job is to party. People say, you can drink at your work and all. No. Your job is your job. You are not there to party. You're there to have a good time by making others have a good time. Don't see it as you're there to party. And as long as you can get that correct in your head and you're disciplined about that, you'll be fine. We still fall sick. I won't deny that. We still fall very sick. We keep getting injured.
You're going to these palaces where there's food and more food. 24 hours you can eat with your eyes, and of course, but you also have to nourish yourself. And sometimes, of course, when you see that lovely spread there, you also feel like it. So what do you typically eat when you're at a destination wedding?
So I stopped eating at the buffet because I just didn't want to eat with the guests and stuff. So my thing is, if I'm not sick, it'll be a Caesar salad and some chicken tikka. If I'm sick, dal khichdi or dahi bhat. It's a very standard thing. Like Dave, my assistant, he knows the same thing. Before I'll get to the hotel, he'll have it arranged and everything. It's always the same thing. And if I want to eat something heavier and more fun, then a club sandwich. But
comfort, that's your comfort
food. It's a standard
with
thing
French
everywhere. I don't eat the fries part, but my meal is standard everywhere. At home also, for the last 4 years, I've had the same lunch and dinner every day. 4 eggs, and you get the meaty go frozen chicken. I just cook that every day. I have the same meal.
And you don't. And once you get used to having that, you really don't miss anything. Right?
I like when I said, so when I was 30, I had become 83 kilos, and that's the day I decided. I was playing in Bhopal, and after a 45-minute set, I couldn't stand, and I said, okay, I need to change something. And the day I decided I wanted to lose weight, I stopped caring about what I eat. And I said, I'm eating to just get the proteins and nutrients.
Eat to live.
Eat to
and
live.
not live to eat.
Yeah. The day I decided that, I was like, okay, now I don't. I have cravings here and there. I love sugar. I'm a Punjabi boy, but I gave it up. That was the most important thing, giving up sugar.
Which is the one mithai DJ Madoc loves?
Malpua.
Which is the last time you had it?
Holi a few years back, I think. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Because my best friend's mom used to make it at home. So I think that was the last time I had it. But I love Malpua. I would still, like, if you keep it in front of me, I still might get tempted and do it. But then
you also have to find a way to distract yourself, right?
Yeah. Black coffee, that's the best thing. The appetite suppressor. But yeah.
The appetite suppressor. Appetite suppressor. Wow, that's a nice term. Yeah. I've learned something today. We were talking about looking cool and looking good as a DJ. You're aware of the fact that as a DJ, you are very attractive to many women there, right? Tell us something fun which happened.
You know, somehow that does not happen. It has happened, but it does not happen as often as you would like it to or not like it to. Like, I don't get a lot of attention because I also think that most women at my shows know that I'm married and I have a kid. But at a wedding,
club gig. Let's talk club.
Yeah. So club gigs usually, when they do try to come close, I usually have someone who will ask them to leave.
But DMs, I'm sure you're getting those DMs. Asking for your number? Does it happen after a club gig?
No, not really. I've never been asked for my number. I just realized that, oh my God, that's quite sad. But unless my wife deletes my DMs without telling me. But no, like, I get attention on the spot there and it ends.
But the key also is, you said, not be overconfident. That is the thing. Yeah. You're there for work.
Do your work. Yeah, you'll never see me at an after party. Once my thing is over, I will head home. Also, I'm usually sleep deprived and I really just like going back home and sleeping. So I've realized that nothing good happens after 2-3 a.m. and there's no point going to an after party. So yeah, just head back home.
Is a good DJ also very often a very good mind reader?
Yeah, you have to be in terms of understanding what your audience, they don't know what they want. You have to know for them. So, I mean, you are looking at 100, 200, 300, 400 people.
In front of you,
You can't satisfy everyone. Everyone has a different taste in music. You have to find universally accepted music and be confident that what you are doing will work for them. And the only way to do that is, again, it comes with experience, but like I would do one song and see what percentage of people are liking it. And then based on that, I would keep modifying my playlist through the night. Yes, that's the reading the part. You have to read the room.
What else do you observe? So I know when I go for a meeting and I could just ask the bride or the groom one or two questions and I get to know everything about their family.
Yeah.
What is it that you read in the audience when you walk into the room? Besides the music or the
So I think at this point, I would know 70-80% of the people in the audience.
Just as how a photographer would recognize
yes
wedding guests. Yes,
I'm always happy to see that people have started drinking. People who are drinking are definitely the better, easier audience to handle. I will see the ratio of the 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50, because I'll constantly keep changing my plan for the playlist for the night. And then usually I enter when the band is performing, so I see how they are reacting to the band. You see their energy and stuff. And yeah, and then you see how it goes after that.
Go with the flow.
You pray it goes well. Yeah. I hate planning myself. Like even now, people will call me up. The planners will say the bride or the groom, they want to have a call. I'll finish the call and then I'll tell them that nothing is going to go your way. I promise you, your friends will dictate how the night goes. I'm happy to take your pointers and your favorite songs, but don't plan so much.
And I think that is quite true for the entire wedding industry. Be prepared, but everything is not about planning. As I say, there's a photographer who told me that there's a bride who planned the shots hour by hour, and he was very happy that there was a bride preparing so much. But he said that was the worst wedding experience.
Yeah.
Or it's like,
Same.
I feel very happy that you have not reached out to me saying, Parthip, please send me the questions. It's like, because you have that tolerance to ambiguity.
Yeah.
Right?
I genuinely believe weddings where the bride or the groom, usually the bride or someone in the family has planned the playlist. So I did this wedding where the first day they said, play this, play this, play this, play this. And the second day they let me do my thing. And the third day the girl has come and apologized to me.
But yeah, you do get some favorite number requests.
I'm very happy.
You're very happy.
Today, if I'm playing for 3 hours, I'm playing about 250, 300 songs. If you give me 20, 30, 40 of your favorite songs, I'll find a way to include them in my playlist. But if you control all of those 300 songs, you are basically DJing. I'm your iPod. I'm your Spotify list, right? I'm not your DJ. And today, your 300 songs can be the same 300 songs that I plan to play, but I plan to play it in my way, knowing which song comes when. That's my experience. So if you don't trust me to do that, I would say don't book me. And now I have sort of become a little bit specific about that, because when the party doesn't go well, it's my name which is getting spoiled. So now I would tell them that I'll include your thing, but I will do it my way.
Advice from Madoc for DJs planning their Sangeet. I'm your DJ, I'm not your iPod.
Yeah, absolutely.
Very nice. And there are times when you don't even probably do a call with the bride or the groom before the...
Most times,
you know them, they know you.
Yeah.
So everything about planning a wedding is not about plan. It's about be prepared. That's
100%, yeah. And usually a lot of time what also happens is the bride and the groom, they have already heard you somewhere at another wedding, at a club or something, and they say, we booked you because we like what you do. Please do your thing. We don't want to interfere. Those are the best parties.
Because it's your job
and
read the guest list.
Yeah.
And as you rightly put it, the ratio of 20 to 30, 30 to 40 and 40 to 50. Yeah. That's a very important part of a DJ's job.
Yeah, understanding them. Cause again,
and that is how a wedding is different from a club gig.
100%. Because you have to keep the dada dadi happy. You have to keep the parents happy. You have to keep the kids, the friends, the chacha chachis. You have to keep everyone happy. And today the kids want AP Dhillon. I can't play AP Dhillon because the uncle is going to come to me and be like, "What are you playing?" So you have to find that balance between an AP Dhillon and a Gallan Goodiyan, and you know, make sure everyone, at some point there will always be someone who's a little upset, always, till the whole crowd is still there. Till once the elders leave and it's the after party, then it's the easy part. But that first hour when everyone is still there and just starting to get liquored up, that's the complicated part.
Was there a time where you felt underconfident because there were some people who were upset? Did it ever happen?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. It happens in the early phases of your career.
The minute someone comes up to me and says the simplest thing like, what are you playing? The audience is not liking it. And it is one person out of 300 people who feel that way. But that one person, for the rest of the night, I'll be thinking about how do I make that one person happy and not the other 299
for the next
people.
gig.
No, while I'm playing also, because it'll just pull me down and I will keep trying to get validation from that one person that no, I can do it. I am a good DJ. I will play better music till that person is happy, which is not the best idea to do. You concentrate on the people who are enjoying and who are liking.
But that is what life also is, no?
You have 100 comments, you get one negative comment, 99 good comments. You're going to think about that one comment.
So when you're spinning music, that person has very subconsciously impacted you, and then you say, and you try not looking at that person, but you look at that person, right?
To make sure
and
they
you
have a
think,
good time.
Is he happy? Is she happy?
They're usually not. Because that's how they are. This is what we as DJs need to understand. A person who's coming up to the DJ and spoiling their mood, trying to control the room, does not have good taste or good vibes or good intentions, because they want to spoil everyone else's mood to make themselves happy. This is selfish, right?
Sure.
So once you accept that, again, easier said than done, because the whole point is that we want to make everyone happy. How can someone not like me? That's the issue.
But a DJ is also a person, he also has to be a people pleaser, right?
Absolutely.
Are you a people pleaser in real life also? Off stage?
So I don't like it when someone does not like me. I don't know if I'm a people pleaser, but I'm in general like I like making people laugh. Like when I was a kid, I spent most of my growing up days watching Friends, and I was obsessed with this character Chandler. And his defense mechanism was being funny and making people laugh. And I think when I was 8, 9, 10 years old, I picked up the same thing. And that became my thing. I had to get everyone to like me by making them laugh. So even now, there are times when if I have to speak on the mic, I will start doing like a bit of stand-up just to pick on someone, because I know the minute you make someone laugh, you're gold, right? So that is something that also offline works with me, that I want people to like me and I'll make them laugh for that. Yeah.
And by nature, DJs have to make people happy, because there are a lot of people like, I don't care a damn if I'm boring for 50% of the people. Yeah. A DJ has to be liked by at least 90% of the people.
Yeah.
And what you have really talked about is a life skill about how to give it your 101%, at the same time, not ruminate, as we all do, right? It could happen in a restaurant. 100 people have liked a chef's dish.
Yeah.
And that one person says, no, it's not good. So the chef says, how can I even make that one person like it? But it's very important then to shift gears and say, okay, fine, I'm not going to let this.
Yeah, because you might ruin it for the other 99, right? Yeah. It's something that you have to figure out. And again, like, it's human nature. But yeah.
How do you de-stress? I know you catch up on sleep, you spend time with your son.
I like to sometimes sit down and watch something on Netflix. But I would just go back to something old that I've already watched, for the simple reason that I can leave it whenever I want. If I start something new, I have to finish it, which is a lot of time. Unless I have travel coming up, then I'll download it and watch it. But otherwise, I'll watch, again, like I said, I'll still watch Friends. I know 10 seasons of Friends by hearted from episode 1 to the last season. I know every dialogue. That's how many times I've watched it. It was a crazy obsession. But I also spend a lot of time downloading music and finding music to make my own edits. I make my own music. So the stressful part is finding the music. The de-stressing part is when you find a good song. So yeah, those are my two things that I spend a lot of time doing apart from Kabir. But yeah, otherwise nothing really. My working out is sort of like a de-stressing thing for me. Yeah.
Have you got angry ever at a gig because of what someone said? Or just
Yeah. I will never forget this gig. This is the only time I've had a fight with the groom. So this was at Mansion House, which is sort of limited in space, right, in Alibag. So they had the LED screen and they had the dance floor. And usually what happens is the Sangeet songs are played from the FOH and then the console comes on to the dance floor where I'm center stage and then I play the rest of the party. So I am usually in the room when my assistant would play the Sangeet songs and then while the setup is going on, I will be ready to go on. So I was talking to the bride's sister, who I think was a friend, right outside the ballroom. And the DJ threw a fit that why isn't Madoc on the console?
You mean the groom threw a fit?
The groom threw a fit, why isn't Madoc on the console? I said, because we're not starting right now, the Sangeet is going to happen. So he said, why can't you play those songs? I said, why do you need me to play those songs? It's one song after the other. My assistant has the flow. He says, why can't you stand there? I said, okay. I thought something was weird. So I went and stood next to Dave while he played the songs. Then that got over. I said, can we move the console now as planned? It was in the contract. My contract says that I won't be an FOH. So the groom comes up to me very rude and he goes like, is it beneath you to stand here and play? I said, it's not beneath me. You've paid a lot of money for me. Why wouldn't you want me to be center stage where I can control your room? And by that point, things had gotten very ugly. And I said, you know what? Chuck it. I'll play from here. You want me to play from here? I'll play from here. Played for 4 hours. Great party. After the party, I'm waiting for my car. The groom and the brother come up to me. And I'm sure that they've come to say sorry. He comes up to me and he's like, why did you have to do that at the start of the wedding? You ruined my entire mood for the party. And I said, there's no pleasing you. I am done. And I didn't even say anything. I just said sorry and I left from there. But yeah, this was the only, I think, one time when I've actually been upset. Like I have played angry. I've played for 4 hours angry with a vengeance just to make a point that even from here I can do my job from the side. But apart from that, it's never been like I've had a fight. Like something here and there, somebody talks rudely or whatever. But like in a club, I would still like shut the music and leave if somebody behaves badly. At a wedding, I don't think I would ever do that.
Ever spoil it.
Because I also know you're spoiling somebody else's big day and that will reflect poorly and people will speak about it and it will affect my work in the future. So I'll try to be as well behaved as possible.
Anuraag, what's the one song you've played 1,000 times in a wedding but still love dropping?
Difficult to narrow it down to one, but Subah Hone Na De, I think, is one. It's a pick me up, pick everyone up song because it's, like I said, you can't make everyone happy. That is one song that everyone loves. Subah Hone Na De. It just always kills it. So that's been in my playlist forever, since it's been out, since I've been playing, I think, yeah.
Whose requests are tougher to handle? The bride squad, the groom squad, or the uncles with a whiskey glass in hand?
Uncles, always the uncles. The brides and the friends are always easier to handle with a smile. The grooms and the boys are usually friends who I know and who trust me with what I'm doing. Uncles, they're the main heroes who want it their way. And rightly so, with the whiskey in the hand, they want to come in front and put on a show. And they'll have the weirdest requests always.
Do wedding planners actually have the power to make or break a DJ's booking? Or is it always the couple's call?
No. Unfortunately, they do have a say. As much as I'd like to believe that once the groom and the bride book you, it's not the end of it. Today, they are booking a DJ, but they are also trusting a wedding planner with the entire wedding. So for some godforsaken reason, if the planner and the DJ don't get along, the planner can very easily go and influence the couple and say, There have been weddings where he didn't perform well.
Or he's not available that day.
He's not available that day. I've had that happen as well because of an XYZ reason or a commission-based reason or whatever, they have said that the DJ wasn't available, that I wasn't available. And later on, when I met the couple, they said you were not available. And in front of them, I've checked my calendar and said, no, I was. So yeah, they do sort of have that power to influence the couple.
Finish the sentence prompts. The worst thing a DJ can do at a wedding is?
Show up when he's not booked for it.
The wildest celebrity you've seen lose it on your dance floor is?
I mean, it's not lose it, but I've done a couple of parties for Suniel Shetty's family, and when you play his tracks, he's just his aura. He's just so cool. Like, the guy's a vibe. So yeah, had a fun time watching him do his thing at his weddings.
The party isn't really a party until?
I press play. But okay, that's the cliche answer. I think it's once the bride is in a good mood. I just feel the bride's mood affects everyone else's mood at the party. If the bride's fun and in a good mood, the party always goes well.
That's the secret sauce for a
good
party.
The bride is very important to keep the bride happy and in a good mood.
Choose your wedding DJ based on?
The music. Like, you're asking me how someone should choose their wedding DJ? Yeah, I think it should be it should be based on music and also a personal, like how your rapport with the DJ is. But I think the priority should be his music. His or her music. Yeah.
Are you best friends with many brides or grooms, the ones whom you didn't really know before their wedding, and after the wedding you're very good friends?
Yeah, most 99% of my clients I don't know, and I prefer that because then I don't have to get into the awkward discount conversation. But I have been very fortunate to become friends and stay friends with a lot of my clients afterwards, especially the longer destination wedding clients. And I end up doing their future family weddings also. They usually become like good friends. Yeah.
When couples contact you, is it through WhatsApp or emails or calls? How is it?
It's usually through a reference, so on WhatsApp. Yeah.
Less on DMs.
I don't think Instagram.
The DMs are not really the quality needs.
No, never. I think from Instagram, I may have closed 1 out of 1,000 inquiries. But
the others would have no idea what your fees is. That's
it usually that's where the conversation ends, unfortunately. But yeah, it's usually via WhatsApp and they come through a reference.
Bro, how are you placed?
Yeah.
A good friend is getting married on this day.
Yeah. And this person will message.
And I'm sending your number.
Yeah.
You manage the inquiries yourself, or do you have a manager?
For weddings, most of it. So I have a manager who I have put on Instagram. But weddings, people. So there are two kinds, right? People who know me through someone, they would want to speak to me directly. But today, someone in Dehradun or someone does not know anyone I know personally in Bombay, they will contact the management and come through them. But most people would want to come through a friend directly and speak to me. And again, because it's a very personal thing, they prefer speaking directly, always.
And very often, your client really knows what to ask you, right? Basis even the way the questions come, you know whether they are your clients or not your clients.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Like, there have been conversations where I'm just going to give a random number. So say they said, okay, how much do you charge per event? And I say 3. And the second question is lakhs. I don't want to reply to that question. Like, it's not arrogance, it's just ignoring stupidity, right? Like, what could that possibly be their answer? Because we're not talking in dollars or whatever. So I'm just an example. But so right there, I know that there is no point taking this conversation.
Absolutely.
But you have to be nice about it and then say, yeah, this is what. And then if they reply back saying, "Arey, itna to main iske liye bhi nahi de raha utne," then I'm like, boss, okay, now we don't need to talk anymore.
Don't waste your time and don't waste my time.
Yeah.
Very often the way when you come up with the price itself is an indicator of whether the client or not. Yes, everybody wants to know the price. But if they start the question with that, then quite often they are not your client. Agree, disagree. Any song can be remixed?
any song can be remixed, but it may not be a good remix. There are some songs which should not be touched, like Gallan Goodiyan. You cannot do better than what the original was created, right? So every song can be theoretically remixed, but some shouldn't be.
DJs actually hate song requests?
No, I hate random song requests in the middle of a good set, but there are times, especially at a wedding, where you feel a little lost. As much as you think your experience and you can read the crowd. Today, if I was slightly struggling and if somebody came with me from like say the bride came and said, play this song, I know the bride is going to be happy, which in turn will make everyone else happy, and I get direction. So sometimes song requests can be a good thing.
DJs today are more performers than musicians?
100%. Again, you can't perform without good music. The music it'll always be the base, but you need to have a certain amount of stage presence to engage your audience and entertain them. You're entertainers,
Families fight more over playlists than over food menus?
Not really. I mean, I actually don't know the food menu side of things, how it plays out. But I've had brides and grooms argue about what is happening. Like the bride is a Bollywood bride, but the groom wants techno or something like that. So sometimes that can be an issue. But I have always said, listen to the bride. You'll be thankful and grateful for that.
Pleasing 500 wedding guests is easier than keeping 50 party animals entertained at a club.
Again, two ways to look at it. I know I'm supposed to agree or disagree. So the 50 party animals are party animals who will enjoy with whatever you do. That is easy. If the 500 guests are actually interested, usually when it's 500 people, again, 400 are doing their own thing, socializing, networking and stuff. So again, in that case, you're basically doing ambience unless all 500 are partying with you. So that makes that part easy. Otherwise, I believe that the people who are there to party, the 50 people who are there to have a good time, are easier to entertain. So I would pick the 50 people always,
Describe DJ Madoc in 3 words.
Disciplined, funny, hardworking. Discipline would be the same thing, right? So funny, disciplined, and I want to say humble. So humble, funny, disciplined. The fact that I said that I know makes me not humble, but I like to believe I'm those 3 things, or at least manifest myself into that direction.
Thank you, Anuraag. From the first time I met you, it was at St. Regis, I remember. You remember?
For the France tourism thing, I remember.
And a common friend introduced us.
Yeah.
And today has been one of those, I've met you so many times. Today, I've got to know more about the world of DJing, the behind the scenes, as they say it. Some wonderful anecdotes there, and a lot more.
I had a lot of fun. This was my first ever podcast. I'm very grateful. Thank you to you and WeddingSutra for having me. And now I'm confident I can do more podcasts.
Great.
Looking forward to it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.